Hi everybody, in this morning video from Liver Live, I will bring the latest Liverpool update. We'll start with Liverpool in pole position to sign Milos Kerkez. Despite leading the way in both the Premier League and the Champions League, Slott's team has several positions in need of change. Fans' patience with Darwin Nunez as the club's main striker is wearing thin, as Slott has looked to try Luis Diaz in the centre-forward role while the Uruguayan continues to struggle, and Diaz himself could also be on the way out as contract talks are yet to prove fruitful. In addition, Ryan Gravenberch could do with a player to help deputise his duties in defensive midfield, and the consequence of not replacing Joel Matip at centre-back is already being felt as the squad goes through a centre-back injury crisis. However, one position in particular has needed attention all season, and Liverpool might just have received a crucial breakthrough in their search for a new recruit. Milos Kerkez is a highly regarded left-back at Bournemouth and has been on the radar of the Reds for quite some time now. In November 2024, Anfield Watch exclusively revealed that Liverpool had asked the Cherries for permission to enter talks with Kerkez, and subsequently, Anfield Watch gave a full lowdown on the player. Slott is reportedly a big fan of the player, and as he continues to perform well in the Premier League, it is highly likely that Kerkez will be right up on the Reds' shortlist to replace Andy Robertson in the long term. Robertson has been incredibly inconsistent throughout this campaign so far, committing sloppy errors that have cost Liverpool valuable points. Kostas Tsimikas has been able to supplement the Scottish captain's workload. However, injuries have been rife in the defensive unit this season, so further recruitment is necessary. According to a report from Ben Jacobs earlier this week for Team Talk, Manchester United are the leading team to sign Kerkez, as Liverpool's interest in the fullback has cooled in recent weeks. Ordinarily, this news would be concerning, given how important it is for Liverpool to bring in a new left-back and how disastrous it would be for a player the club has been talking with to go to a direct rival. However, according to Fabrizio Romano, United have signed Diego Leon, a Paraguayan left-back from Cerro Porteño, who will join the team in the summer. While this means Ruben Amorim will be without his new recruit for the remainder of the season, the new addition does bring into doubt the likelihood that Kerkez could also join. Manchester United already have Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malaysia in their squad, although both are often plagued by injury, meaning the team has to adapt. But for left-backs at the club would be a remarkable scenario. In addition, Chelsea, who are also linked with Kerkez, already find themselves with a number of players who can play at left-back, and so Liverpool could now find themselves in pole position to sign the Hungarian. Liverpool to sign Kyle Walker. Ex-Liverpool striker Dean Saunders believes that Slott could do worse than to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold with Kyle Walker. Manchester City captain Walker is keen to take on a new challenge and leave the Etihad Stadium this month, as revealed by Pep Guardiola on Saturday. Despite Walker's poor recent form, Saunders believes he would still do a job for virtually every top team in the division, and as Alexander-Arnold is heavily linked with a move to Real Madrid, if not now, then at the end of the season, Liverpool may soon be in the market for a right-back to compete with up-and-coming star Connor Bradley, former Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest and Wales star. Saunders said on TalkSport Radio. So it looks like Trent is leaving. Why don't Liverpool sign him, Walker? He'd be a good signing for Liverpool if Trent goes. I know they've got the young kid coming through. By the way, he's still quick. He'd get in Spurs' team. He'd get in Liverpool's team. He'd get in Man United's team. He'd get in Chelsea's team. Would he get in Arsenal's team? He'd get in Arsenal's team. He's better than Ben White. If he gets offered £600,000 a week to go and play in Saudi, I'm not going to criticize him. That to me makes sense. But if I'm a club in Italy or in Spain watching Kyle Walker, the pace of the English game, it's the quickest league in the world. Yes, he's lost a yard of pace, but Kyle Walker's pace is still a match for most in this league. As if City's current captain telling Guardiola he wants to quit a matter of months after lifting his 6th Premier League wasn't a big enough surprise. Walker moving across the northwest to one of the club's main title rivals would send shockwaves through the top flight. Reds in race for Semenyo. Liverpool were quiet in the summer transfer market, but it hasn't impacted on their season. Now as we find ourselves in January, Slott appears open to business with the Reds in the hunt for every tournament, albeit they are now dealing with some injuries, especially in their backline. The new year is a difficult time to conduct business, but deals can still be struck. Liverpool are one of several Premier League side courting Antoine Semenyo, with Bournemouth braced for transfer interest in their star forward. The Ghana international has been one of the Cherries' top performers this season. Semenyo is now being targeted for a blockbuster transfer, with Liverpool and Newcastle named as two of the teams interested in the former Bristol City man. who is valued at £50 million. Any potential deal, be it in January or at the end of the season, could be aided by Bournemouth's interest in Liverpool's Ben Doak. The teenage winger has flourished on loan in the Championship with Middlesbrough and could go in the opposite direction if Semenyo were to end up heading to Anfield. Slot coy on youngster loan. Slot has backed Jadon Downs, tipping the youngster for a very good career after scoring in Liverpool's 4-0 thrashing of Accrington Stanley. The manager though confessed he's in the dark about whether the striker will head out on loan this January. The 18-year-old made an impact as a substitute. Downs had been due to leave Anfield on loan last summer in order to get regular action, but was forced to curtail those plans after an injury setback. He made a mark on his return with a substitute cameo against Southampton in the League Cup and then bagged his first goal of the season on Saturday. And while Slot remains uncertain about Dan's immediate future, he has given him a glowing review. The last thing, going out on loan in January, I don't know at the moment. For us, it, today, was all about the players who hadn't played that much yet, to give them playing time. Endo's new role. Wataru Endo has found opportunities hard to come by under Slot, but the Japan midfielder could find more minutes in the backline, with the player remaining calm with his situation at Anfield. He is yet to start a game with his appearances limited to the cup competitions. He deputised at centre-back and showed his versatility. I don't get frustrated or anything like that. I always try to get ready to help the team, said Endo. Of course I want to play every game, but we need everyone in the squad. The thing I can do is prepare for every game. Endo also added, now Joey has got an injury and Ibu, Con8, is just coming back, so that's why I played. The manager also thinks putting me as a defender is a good option to play his tactics, so I hope I'm going to get a lot more minutes than before. And that's the end of today's video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel.